was going to happen. No. I knew I was going to be here. How's everybody doing tonight? If you notice anything different, put it in the chat down below. That right now, unfortunately. Yes, my face. My face is different, mother. Oh, jeez. Sorry it's so skippy, guys. I'm looking at it from over here. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's why. Hold on. There we go. Alright. I think we should be good now. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Alright. Where did wallpaper engine go? Alright. Cool. OBS is up. Wallpaper engine. Oh, there we go. Everything's back. Cool. Alright. Alright. Now, I think we're ready to go. Alright, let's bring you over here. Alright. Here we go. Alright, guys. Welcome to the Moose Pack Podcast. I hope everybody's doing just as well as I am. I think we're going to have a really good podcast tonight. Unfortunately, our usual co-host will not be joining us tonight because it is his mama's birthday. Well, it was, I think, yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Happy birthday. But we are going to be having some guests on tonight. We're also going to be having some fun, as always. Just as kind of just a rough breeze through what we're going to be going, well, not going over, but talking about at least tonight. Kind of just some pop culture news. But I do want to hear from everybody that's here. I want to hear how your guys' Christmases was. Well, wait a minute. No, we already talked about Christmas. Don't say anything. No, but I'm pretty sure, as far as I know, from last time we were all together here, Christmas had just passed. When was the last time that we were here? I'm a terrible host. I can't remember these things. But yeah, this time we're going to be talking about some pop culture stuff. I have some news about some Netflix news, which is going to bring us into our next topic. Now, Netflix, as we all know, is a pretty big movie and TV show streaming platform. Now, as of, let's see when the actual date was. As of today, this was published, this morning, okay. I'm reading kind of off of an article. It's just an overview of what's up and coming in January of 2021. We're here. We made it. Welcome to 2020 Part 2, by the way, everybody. But this is just a brief overview of what's to come in the next little while on Netflix. And I was going through, and there's just, some generic options here, and we got, well, not generic, but some things that I haven't necessarily heard of before. But I looked at the movies specifically. Let's see if I can get this up for you guys. Hold on. There we go. I don't want to say an OG, but if you're cool like me, right? You know what Shark Boy and Lava Girl is. Okay. Now, Shark Boy and Lava Girl was a big part of, at least, middle school was very important to make sure that you knew your stuff. Elementary school and middle school. You gotta know your stuff about Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Now, as for the people that aren't cool like me and may or may not know about the movie, it's just a movie about this kid named Max, and he has like a journal that he writes all of his dreams down in because he's, obviously an avid sleeper. No, avid vivid dreamer. And there's two characters in particular that really are very significant to him, which is Shark Boy and Lava Girl. And there's a whole world that involves these characters, and Max goes on an adventure with Shark Boy and Lava Girl, and they have like a whole, obviously there's a whole movie. But if you guys don't know, you can at least know one of the characters in it. Taylor Lautner from the Twilight series. He was Shark Boy. And unbeknownst to me, his role in Shark Boy and Lava Girl was only 3 years before his first appearance in the Twilight series. Now, for comparison, right? And it's not like a huge difference. To me, it is. It may be to other people as well. Oh my goodness. This is not running very well. But hold on. Hold your horses. Hold on. Trying to show you guys. There's just it's mind-boggling to me because the transformation between his body, it was like a twiggy, I don't even know. He was very, very skinny. To at least like describe what was going on with his physique in Shark Boy and Lava Girl. He was very like, he looked like a kid, like how a kid's supposed to be, you know. He just looked very, very young, and in the new picture, well, the new him. I mean, at least 3 years after that, when he made his first appearance in Twilight, he was. I mean, obviously 3 years does a lot. Now, from at least hearing a few things about Taylor, he is fairly active, or at least was back in his youth. He had a lot of fighting background. I'm not particularly sure. I want to say it was jiu-jitsu. But he had a fighting background. He was a fairly active person, and his physique showed it throughout the entirety of, I mean, any of the movies he had to take his shirt off for. And, you know, Twilight was no exception. But Taylor Lautner did that. It's very, you wouldn't think about it, because there's a lot of, like, I would say, like, actors now that you would look at and be like, oh, well, I know them from such and such. There's a lot more to me right now, at least. What up, naked face? Hi, Sarah. Ah, my mic. Oh, jeez. Naked face. Yeah, I'm naked face. Okay, all right. I might as well get into this now. I had to shave my beard because of it was hurting my face. It really genuinely hurt, and I love my beard. I didn't ever want to change the fact that I had a beard. I'm promptly growing it back. But I had to shave it because with COVID and everything, you have to wear a mask, and I have to keep my beard constantly hydrated and nice, and it's different than taking care of hair on your head. It's like, you know what it is? For everybody to relate, it's like having a hat on your head for, I'd say, like 8 to 10 hours out of the day. I mean, if you're at home, like, you're obviously not gonna have a hat on, but like, imagine having a hat on for 8 to 10 hours out of the day, every day. Like, my beard was getting like crusty, not crusty, like, it wasn't like gross, but like the hair was stiff. I had to constantly wash and conditioner it to keep it soft. And if I didn't do that, or if I did it too often, it would get even more dried out, and I couldn't. It's a very difficult process, but I had to make the decision to just get rid of it. And honestly, the mask feels better on my face. The mask does feel better on my face. Now, when considering looks, I much prefer myself with a beard. And I know multiple people would agree with me. There's a lot of people out there that would like to see me with a beard again. I've heard from multiple of those people already. And that's fine. I like the baby face. Aw, thank you. Happy belated birthday! Woo! I'm sorry I wasn't there to say happy birthday to you, but happy birthday. And thank you. I'm glad that you like the baby face. Now, this guy right here, I know exactly what I'm talking about. No, I don't. I kind of just lost the train of thought. Oh, facial hair. Yeah, I just had to make the decision. And the masks feel a lot better on my face. So, I'm going to rock this for a little bit until my beard grows back again, and then just keep it short. Start from the base. Just got rid of it. You're welcome. But yeah, that's kind of gonna be the this is gonna be the new Nick for a little bit, I'd say. Sorry, let's turn up the light a little bit. Just trying to get, let's do like this guy. Alright, that's a little bit better. I like that. Like that. Okay, alright. Hey, what's up, Mr. Co-host? You can be a moderator. Here, I give you moderator. Here you go, you're welcome. Happy birthday. Not to you. It's to your mom again, because I've already said it like 5 times. Alright. But yeah. How's everybody feel about it? No, I know how everybody feels about it already. At least in chat. It's okay. I can't do anything about it now. I can't glue them back on. I mean, I can, but I'm not going to look like a psychopath for 7 days out of the week. That only happens to me Monday through Friday. Sometimes Saturday, but never Saturday and Sunday. You know? I can only be a psychopath 5 days out of the week. 6, maybe. Come on. Now, what's going on with the light, man? Is video dark for you guys? Just asking. Oh, no, never mind. Okay, it updated now. We're good. We're all good. Okay. Cool. Alright. So, I like it. I just like talking shit. Oh yeah, I know. I know. No, I like it too. It's slowly, no pun intended, it's growing on me. It's been a long time. You can't have Saturday to be crazy. That's my, yeah, it's Saturdays is Sarah's crazy day. But the whole beard thing, it's a matter of like, I don't even know. It's growing on me. I like having a beard, but it's too hard to take care of when you can't control what is getting trapped inside of it. And it sounds like my beard is some kind of like rodent trap, but it's not. It's just the moisture that gets collected from breathing and all the heat that's inside the mask while you're just walking around. You wouldn't think about if, you don't have a like decent amount of hair on your face. Like I said, it's like wearing a hat for 8 to 10 hours a day. That's probably the best comparison I can give you guys. So yeah. And, you know, I mean, at least from myself. Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? But, I mean, at least from personal experience, even without having a beard, wearing a hat for, like, more than... I mean, a beanie or, like, something for more than a few hours at a time with, like, hair on your head, it's going to get a little stiff and you're not going to have a good time. But, yeah. Now to go over what we're talking about a little, well, what we're talking about tonight. Again, for everybody who kind of is just jumping in or didn't hear me the first time, we're gonna be talking about COVID vaccines to start off, and then after that. I don't know. We'll see where it goes. But in about 6 minutes, we're going to be transitioning over to that, and we're gonna have a few guests. So definitely stick around. All right. So. Wumbo. Hey, Chris. What's up, man? Okay. This music is a bop. You know what else is a bop? Here, hold on. 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 I'll show you guys what's a real nice song. Here we go. This is M Dog in the studio. Here we go. Just for you guys. Oh no! That's not the finished oh no. Hold on. Hold on. Almost there. Just 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Alright, here we go. M Dog.
Late night, my mind is out of sight. Trying to stay humble, but I can't hide that I'm falling off the side. Yeah, I'm freaking out on the inside, thinking that I'm gone, maybe fried. Am I wrong for knowing that I tried to get my head on straight? What I really do is levitate, yeah, even trip or hesitate. My thoughts and deep. Enjoy yourself.
Oh. Oh my god. Oh, that's why. That's why. Sorry, guys. My bad. My bad. See? See, this is why I need a co-host. This is exactly why.
Nobody can hear you right now.
I know.
You're talking to nobody.
No, I turned it back on. So they'll be able to hear us. Okay. Yep. Sorry. That was my bad. Okay. Here we go. Okay. So, quick introduction. We got a first-hand account of the terrible sights of this coronavirus epidemic and vaccine distribution. We just
Terrible sight. It wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't terrible. It was
I have to say actually how quickly the vaccine was rolled out.
Hold on. Let's give everybody a face so you can say hi. This is my stepmother Eileen. Hello. Hi. You are on camera now, so don't get shy.
I'm on candid camera.
You're on candid camera. All right. But yes, so you, as far as we've discussed, you went to where to get this vaccine?
No, I work in healthcare.
Okay.
So
Yes. Sorry.
I was eligible.
Yes.
To get the vaccine.
Okay.
I was also part of the vaccine, not the rollout from the organization, which I have to say was actually pretty spectacular. The way a lot of the healthcare organizations have rolled it out so quickly.
Right.
I mean,
And
they had about 10 days notice
right.
to vaccinate thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Right. So just to clarify, so everybody is aware, we're not going to say where you work,
Right.
but you work in the healthcare
I work
industry in
healthcare field,
some
yes.
capacity, and because of your position in said company, you have more or less
Company
first
is healthcare.
more or less first dibs at
Well,
the
healthcare organizations currently have the vaccine and are able to vaccinate their employees with it right now.
right, but that therefore you get first dibs at the vaccine.
Yes.
That's what I was trying to get to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So because of this, you've already received said vaccine
I received it about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, and have you grown a third arm or
I
a
have
seventh
third
toe?
arm. It is not possible. mRNA will not alter your DNA in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
I have to say the vaccine, I actually didn't even have, it was a last minute opportunity for me to get it. So I hadn't even had a chance to have breakfast, which I wouldn't recommend. It's probably not a safe plan, but I had to go and get it when the opportunity presented itself. So I hadn't even eaten, and I got the vaccine. It did not hurt. It actually, the flu shot, when I get that, it hurts a lot worse.
Right.
Any moms out there, if you've given birth, you can handle the vaccine.
I don't think that's necessarily what everybody's concerned about. I think the concern is more towards like.
I hear a lot of people saying they're concerned about, oh, it's gonna hurt, and I might feel sick.
Well, no, maybe not the hurt. I mean, I haven't heard that in particular. The only thing that I've heard people necessarily, and I've personally been kind of concerned about it. It's only because it's a new vaccine. And not the concept,
Yeah.
not because, and we've also discussed this. mRNA has been around for a while. The concept,
yes.
it hasn't been implemented.
Yes.
but
honestly, the reason it was created so quickly is because it had the funding for
right.
it. And that is, so if you look at other, medications or vaccines or anything along that line, they're wrapped up in red tape.
Yeah.
Essentially, with the COVID vaccine, that was snipped.
Yeah.
And they were able to push it through, and there was no red tape. There was no, FDA. It sat on somebody's computer at FDA, and they didn't forward it to that person, and this panel had to see it, and this. All that was you know, it was on everybody's top priority.
Yeah, it went straight through.
And that is why it got pushed through so quickly.
Right.
So in normal time, like, other medications and vaccines could be brought to fruition as quickly as this one was.
I forgot. You guys were watching me the whole time.
So everybody that's so concerned about it being so new, you have to think about all the red tape that it's being caught up in, all the other, you know, medications and vaccines, and that's the delay.
Right. It's what multiple people have come to me about and talked to me about. It's more the concern that it was new, and most of the time, like, if you think about anything that comes out that's new, you know, a cell phone, you know, a gaming console, anything, it's
Yes, but let me say this, like, the flu vaccine every year is altered because there's different strains of the flu every year. So
right.
It's essentially a new vaccine. So your people that get their flu shots are essentially getting a new form of a vaccine every season.
Right.
So it's the same kind of concept.
Right. But at the same time, there's also people that don't get flu shots.
Right.
Right. So, I mean, it's totally fine. I mean, the flu shot isn't, like, required or anything to go to school or anything like that,
Right.
which the coronavirus vaccine will be required. As far as I know, it will be required.
I don't think they've gotten that far. I think they're just trying to get people vaccinated. They don't even know the longevity of the vaccine yet. They don't know if it's going to last a year, if it's going to last 2 years. They
Right, which is why there's 2 rounds, right?
No, there's 2 rounds because it only you only have 50% of your titers after the first. Like, you only have a 50% immune response after the first shot.
Okay.
And then once you get the second shot, about 2 to 3 weeks after you get that second shot is when your body has developed the full immunity.
Okay.
95% of the people. That's what everybody has to take into consideration.
Right. So the studies that they've already done, that's what they've concluded.
It's 95% effective, which the efficacy of so the gold star they look at is the MMR vaccine, which has a 98% efficacy rate. So to have a 95% immune response is, like, phenomenal.
Right. It's just, yeah. I personally, I want it to be higher, of course, because, like, it's not gonna get any higher.
It's not.
It's not gonna get any higher, and that's you know, that's what people have to, like, get into their heads. Like, yeah, it's I don't know. It's a matter of perception, I think, at this point, or perception. Whatever you're hearing is what you're gonna think. So unless you hear all the information, you're not gonna be able to.
And that's what people need to do, is they need to do their research, not from social media,
right?
Not from YouTube, but, like, talk to doctors, talk to scientists, talk to, you know, people that epidemiologists.
Right,
like,
and even if you can't, right, because not everybody has access to, you know, a doctor to talk to or a scientist to talk to. Go to the CDC,
website.
right? CDC website. That's.
I can't imagine everybody has a family doctor. They could.
Yeah, of
call
course.
up their
I mean.
Family doctor. They could make an appointment. They could, you know, have a sit down just to talk about the effectiveness of the vaccine and the importance of it.
Yeah.
And the real thing that people need to look at is the side effects from the vaccine are. So what they're finding with COVID is not only is it killing people, and it's creating COVID long haulers. So the long-term effects of COVID, of actually getting COVID, outweighs the danger of that, outweighs any side effects of the COVID vaccine, because any vaccine you get, right, has side effects.
Yeah.
Any medication you take has side effects.
Right.
Right? They're rare. It's
Right.
just
They even
it comes with everything you take.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. I'm not particularly sure which shot it was. I think I want to say it was the flu vaccine. It was one of the. I think it might have been the HPV vaccine. Something I got that I had to get for school. They made you wait to make sure that you didn't pass out or anything. So they make you wait like 15 minutes, I think.
HPV, and you didn't have to get that for school, but you did get that. That took you to get that.
Right. I got.
It's 2 shots. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
HPV is actually a new vaccine that they came out with.
Yeah.
Within the last umpteen years.
Right.
I mean, and that's one of the newest ones that is available to people. I mean, you got that and you're fine.
Right.
It's a
yeah.
2-shot process. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest thing people really need to look at is, oh, I'm worried about the side effects. I'm worried about the long-term effects of it. The long-term effects of COVID could be detrimental. I mean, you've got people in their 20s, people in their 30s now coming to hospitals with emphysema.
Yeah.
Loss of taste. Loss of smell. Loss.
Yeah. I mean,
heart conditions.
Even the people that you would think are like completely untouchable. You know,
Right.
like
That's
The
what I'm
Rock.
saying,
The
young.
Rock got it. He, know,
Right.
and there was I forget his name. There was an Olympic athlete that got COVID and has severe breathing problems because of the long-term effects.
Of COVID. Of
Right.
The actual virus.
Right.
So we've got this vaccine now that can prevent people from getting it, and it can, protect those in the population that might not be able to get it.
Right, that are immune. Right, that are immune deficient, or
of the population that might not mount a response. I mean,
Right.
your own brother, we recently found out through, he's not only high risk because he has the autoinflammatory disease, he's got severe asthma, he's got other medical complications, but we also recently found out that he's not mounting a response to multiple vaccines. The MMR vaccine, the chickenpox vaccine, the pneumococcal vaccine. I think there was a couple others. They don't know why. So if he gets the COVID vaccine when it's safe for kids, he may not mount a response to it.
Right.
So the only safe way to protect him is by the community as a whole developing herd immunity.
Right, which is something that is commonly talked about when considering any kind of immunity for for any reason, for anything. You would want to get as many people either vaccinated as possible or immune to the virus or disease.
So if we get a round of parents in this area that are I don't believe in the MMR vaccine, I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
And there's a measles outbreak in this area, or a mumps or rubella, your brother would be at risk because of those selfish people that, went on YouTube and saw a fake video that lied to them,
Right.
and didn't do their research.
Yeah.
So I mean that's the same concept. That's, not only are you protecting yourself, but you're protecting those in the population that are vulnerable. I mean, there's a 6-year-old boy sleeping downstairs that may never be able to mount a response to the COVID vaccine, even if we get it.
Right, and that's the sad part of I mean, I think because of our situation, we have a unique outlook to it, because there's many other homes out there that, I mean, there's probably somebody that lives down the street that, doesn't have, any complications with anyone in the house, like everything's perfect.
Think it's
and
also about being a good human.
No, I understand, but let me
Good,
finish.
kind
It's and they're not, because they themselves aren't at high risk, because they're perfectly healthy, they have, everything checks out, and they think that they don't, they're either immune or they're, obviously yes, because they're healthy, they're going to be higher up on the list to not get it, but they can still get it, or be asymptomatic and spread it.
Spread it, and and then you can spread it to somebody that might die.
Right, and
do
you
want
never,
that on
you
your
never,
conscience?
you never know.
You
You
never
never know
You
who you're
might-
walking up
yes.
next to.
You might get it, and you might be fine. You are correct. That
Right.
is 100% very good observation. You might get it, and you might have very mild cold-like symptoms.
Right.
But then you go to the store, or you go to a party,
Hmm.
or you go to the movies, or you do whatever you want to do because you want to live your life.
Right, like
And you-
doorknobs.
Yes. Lick doorknobs, lick walls,
Right.
lick urinal cakes.
The bus windows.
Go to Disney because you can't put your life on hold,
Yeah.
and then you spread it to an
The people,
innocent
yeah.
child that could die,
Or
or
the-
a family that could
Anybody
die, or a
around you.
grandparent.
Anybody around you. It
Anybody.
doesn't even matter.
Anybody, because
Right, it doesn't
because
matter.
young,
Is-
healthy
is-
people are dying from it.
Right. There's
And that's
COVID. The reason that that people are so so at odds with this disease is because it doesn't.
shape or form, but they're actually finding that those that have high titers from the MMR vaccine,
Right.
still in their adulthood,
Right.
are actually those that are asymptomatic or that have mild reaction to COVID.
No, I'm
So-
sorry. Could you repeat that again? I'm sorry.
So those that have high titers from the MMR vaccine that they received as a child,
Right. And can you explain what high titers are?
titers are your immune response.
Okay. All right.
So those that have a high immune response to the MMR vaccine
Mhm.
are less likely to get very sick from COVID.
Right.
Those that have low titers are the ones that are getting, well, this is what the study has shown. Those that have low titers are the ones that are getting very, very sick,
Okay.
or becoming COVID long haulers,
Right.
aka your brother who has no response to the MMR vaccine.
Right. So and just to I forgot to say this to start off. I want to make sure that everybody knows what a mRNA vaccine is. If I can find it here. Essentially, I got this straight from the CDC website. It says verbatim, essentially, mRNA is a molecule used by living cells to turn the gene sequences in DNA into proteins that are the building blocks of all their fundamental structures. It does not change your DNA.
Does not.
Does not.
Does not.
Does not
Does not.
change your DNA.
Does not.
Now, instead, they teach our cells to make a protein, or even just a
Spike
piece of a
protein.
protein that triggers an immune response inside of our bodies. That immune response, which produces antibodies, is what protects us from getting infected if the real virus enters our body. Beyond vaccines, cancer research has used mRNA to trigger immune system to target specific cancer cells. So as we've already passed on this discussion. Yeah.
So when I got my vaccine,
Okay.
it did not hurt. I had to then go into a separate waiting area, and they waited 15 minutes. Same concept like you were saying. I guess.
Chris, yes, door handles do taste good, but we can't lick them all the time, man.
Same concept like you were saying when you did the HPV vaccine.
Right.
I wasn't there that.
They make you wait to
so-
make sure that everything's okay.
Because
Now-
it's a new vaccine.
Right.
Same
And
concept.
now, there was another reason I was scared though, because there was a video going around of a nurse that was on TV, live television, or recording of some kind.
Yeah.
She got the shot and
She
then was
did not
being
die. It's fake news.
Right. She didn't die, but she fainted. She passed out.
You can
And
do that
I
with any
didn't.
vaccine.
Right. No. I know. But I just want to make sure that that's cleared up. I personally at the time I didn't know that I didn't think that she died.
No, the fake news
but
was
I
going
thought
around that it killed her, and that's not true.
I wasn't aware of that. I didn't
But
know that it
She actually had a pre-existing condition that caused her prone to fainting. So
Okay.
that is, you know,
right.
that is
So,
what they, so
right.
that's not
That's-
that's the video.
Yeah.
Again, like people relying on social media to get their information. Not that I'm saying
No. I know. I'm just.
But I'm saying some
yeah.
people are relying on social media to get
Right.
their information, and the video has been. First of all, the video was being shared saying that she died, which is not true. She's fine. Second of all, she is prone to fainting, and that is what happened. And with any vaccine, you get any shot, you do blood work, you give blood, you can faint after. Some people, it just happens.
Right.
I mean, it's not just the COVID vaccine. That's why they have you go. They ask you, have you ever had any reactions? Or at least where I got mine, they ask you if you've had any reactions. I think they actually up your time a little bit that you have to wait if you said, you have. Again, with any vaccine, medication, anything you're doing, you can have a reaction, a side effect.
Yeah, of course.
It can happen with anything. Nothing like that is guaranteed. But with me, since I never had a reaction to anything, they gave me my shot. Did not hurt. Didn't even feel it.
Right.
Flu shot hurts worse. I waited 15 minutes and I went home. My arm was sore.
Right. Yeah.
My arm, that was it. And it's actually a good thing when you actually have your arm sore or something like that, because that shows your body is doing the work it needs to do. The immune response is happening in that spot that you got the shot.
Yeah,
so
and
it's actually a good thing.
Yeah,
that
it's the same concept as feeling like a cut on your hand itch. It means that your body is healing.
Your body is giving the reaction that it needs to.
Yeah, it's your body reacting to it. It's not an egg forming in your shoulder that's going to burst open, and
they're
it's
not microchipping you. They're not, or your phone,
right.
hearing everything that you're talking about. So.
Yeah.
I don't have a choice. Your brother, you need to work. Your dad needs to work. I mean, your brother still needs to go to medical appointments. I can't just completely isolate him at home.
Life isn't going to stop.
We do, for the most part. I mean, we don't do anything other than those necessary things, but it's not fair that, you know, we should have to worry every day that, you know, we're going to bring this home to our family.
Yeah.
Every cough, every
It's
sneeze,
scary.
every, you know.
Because everybody has to, like, I mean, I myself have been scared multiple times.
Or 4 floors, not 4, you know. It's not a risk that I'm willing to take, you know.
Yeah. It's yeah.
I want Nate to be able to play with his friends and see his cousins and, you know, go
Yeah.
back to normal and not worry that, you know, every day. I mean, even you get a bad chest cold and you're down for the count. I mean, I can't imagine what.
Yeah, I don't know. That's the thing about me. I mean, special guest. 2 special guests tonight. Well,
I was talking to brother. I don't think it's working. Can't hear you. The sound isn't working.
the sound wasn't working again. It's back. Okay. I think it was because of the camera that I keep switching to.
Okay, so go turn the light off in the bathroom if it's bothering you, sweetheart. You want to say goodnight?
Good night.
Good night, buddy.
Sound is off and on the regular. And now Rascal.
Yeah, I think it's just the internet, guys.
Say goodnight, brother.
Streamers, but wait. Yeah, I think it's just the internet tonight.
Come on, Rascal. Downstairs.
Sorry, guys.
Downstairs. You can turn off the bathroom light. You know how to turn off the bathroom light.
And please close the door. Thank you. Rascal, get down. Where were we? I don't know. Would you like something to drink? I
No,
have.
I'm good.
Okay.
What, do you got a little stash up here? What the hell?
I
What
bought.
the hey?
I bought this today. I got.
Wait, you have a little fridge?
Yeah. It was like.
Don't let Dad see. He's gonna come up here taking all your
Yeah, I
drinks.
know. But yeah, I'm trying something. I'm trying something new. I got some sparkling water.
It says it's 0% juice, so if you're looking for juice.
No. I'm not looking for juice. This is
Okay.
sparkling water. This is black cherry and coffee. It has.
So the speaking of things that aren't healthy for you, which is that one I'm not saying, but it just made me think about that. So everybody's afraid of what's in the COVID vaccine,
Yeah.
right? But they go to McDonald's and eat the McDonald's cheeseburgers and American cheese.
Well,
and
that's
have
making it worse.
Ingredients.
Well, that's making it worse.
Has anybody looked at the ingredients on some of the things they eat that they put into their body on the regular? But
Rascal.
they're concerned about, you know, a vaccine that might save the lives
Sit.
of millions and millions and
Sit.
millions of people. you
Yeah.
know?
I don't know. I mean,
Energy
that's one of the
drinks.
contributing factors of people dying. Obesity.
No. The point I'm making is the things that people are willing to
Oh.
put in their body willingly right now. Energy drinks, American cheese,
Yeah.
McDonald's, fast food of any kind,
Right.
processed foods, you know, Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, I get
Froot
that.
Loops, all
I get that.
stuff. People are willingly
just-
putting that stuff into
Right.
their body.
And
right?
I get the comparison. Yeah, I get it. But I think at the same time when people don't know it's scary.
Yeah, it's scary.
And people don't. I mean, I was scared for a little bit because I didn't know. I've never done research on anything that anybody's put into on this one. Yes, but I've never. Excuse me. In the past, I've never worried about what's been, in the needles that have been put in my arm. But because of all of the, excuse me, so sorry. Because of all of the hype and social media attention that this has gotten in general is absolutely absurd. The mics are changing, or the audio outputs are changing from scene to scene, so I have to sorry. I'm talking about these Firefly Barbie toothbrushes. Marcus bought me these forever ago for my birthday. Don't remember when, but he got me these Barbie toothbrushes, and they're not Nate's, I promise. If you're buying Nate Barbie toothbrushes,
I saw the brand name Firefly. That's your brother's.
There we go.
The toothbrushes I buy for him.
Yeah, but the I don't know. It's the matter of intake of information for people that is probably, I mean, obviously besides the coronavirus this year, is probably one of the biggest problems that at least I've seen. Misinformation and the distribution of it.
Yes.
It should just show everybody that with I don't know. I can't even. I can't even.
5 minutes to do a little bit further research when you see something like, oh, that's what is that? That's a little scary.
Right.
And then you can go to good old Google and you can type in Loch Ness Monster.
And honestly,
and then you
most of the time
do a little bit of research.
Right. A little bit of research will never hurt. And I think even most of the time, if there's a video of it and a lot of people see it, there's eventually going to be an article about it that has the real information on it.
Yes, and the problem is what people do is they see the video. Oh, that's fucked up. Let me share it.
Yeah, let me share it with all my friends.
And then those friends are saying the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's a domino effect.
Until you get to somebody that's like, dude, that's not fucking true. The sky is blue, not green.
Yeah, but nobody's going to believe that person because everybody already knows about the stuff that was spread. So nobody's going to believe the person that actually knows the truth.
Be the person that actually looks up the information and figures out if it's wrong.
Right, which is why we're doing this.
No, I'm saying, but that's
that's what you have to do. You have to be subjective.
Yeah, be the person that takes the time
nobody
Like, do the research.
nobody takes the time to be subjective anymore.
Right. Do
It's
the
not
research.
it's not a requirement
Right.
for people anymore to be subjective.
That's the problem. Yeah, that's what I was saying about social media. Most people, even with COVID and the election or anything like that, they were getting all their information from social media, which, like you said, 75% of the information on there is not true.
Not at all.
YouTube, all that. I mean,
Even at the beginning of COVID, there was, I'm pretty sure, on the top of Instagram and I think TikTok, maybe Snapchat too, but I know at least the first one, Instagram, at the very top, it said it was advertising like a link to the direct CDC site for information about what's going on with the coronavirus. Nobody was going there. Everybody was watching the videos on TikTok or on Instagram or on Snapchat and worrying about what everybody else was saying, what the influencers that they were watching were saying, what anybody else was talking about except for the experts.
Except going and like with your brother, I mean, he has a whole medical team. And I talk to all of his doctors constantly, and I ask them questions about, COVID and the vaccine and everything regarding that. And, I'm going straight to the medical source instead of, trusting, a 5-second video I saw on social media.
Wait, Chris, what do you mean the sky is black? I'm going to turn around and let you respond.
Because I said, you were talking about somebody sharing a video, and and you have one person that this video says the sky is green, and you have the one person is like, no, dude, here's the facts, sky is blue.
Yeah.
That's what he was responding to.
Okay. Yeah. The spread of information, I mean, social media in general kind of spreads a lot of bullshit. to put it frank.
You are correct, sir.
I mean, no matter if it's real or not.
Well, yeah.
And everything is hyped up.
Yeah,
I mean,
people post their happy, smiley lives on there.
Right.
And
Everything's sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, their house is a mess, and their marriage is falling apart, or their
Right.
friendships are crappy. I mean,
Right. Real life is happening.
Yes. I mean, I can't stand even, talking to other moms that are like, I love my babies. And they're the same moms that are like, my rainbow and sunshine child, and they're posting their happy, smiley child, and
Yeah.
I love my children. They're so perfect. No, they're not. Your kids
No,
are
they're
not
not. They
perfect.
suck.
They're devils. Like, if you could sit down and be real
Yeah.
and tell me exactly, life is hard, that I've struggled through this, that, my life is not perfect, then you're a real honest person. If you're somebody on social media that is like, I love my significant other, my
Right.
life is perfect, school's wonderful, my job is a dream job, you're fucking lying.
Yeah, it's
you're
not.
fucking lying.
Well, I mean, it's conflating.
At the end of the day, you're fucking lying.
You're conflating reality with something that's in your head.
There's
I mean, now, of course, there's always exceptions to any rule that you'll find.
Nobody's life is perfect. Sorry.
I mean, well, yeah, no, nobody's life is perfect.
No.
Even rich
Nobody-
people.
Nobody's
Everybody.
life is social media perfect.
No,
none of that.
nope.
All I call bullshit on that.
Even the social media perfect people aren't.
The
aren't-
influencers are straight up fucking liars. There's
Yeah.
a chick that lives in this town. I see her. I saw her on Instagram, and she's got like 30,000 followers, and she's running around posting how beautiful and wonderful her life is, and she lives in this shitty ass house. Like,
Yeah.
shut the fuck up, girl. And
Yeah. Move on.
yeah, like, stop lying. Like,
Yeah.
she never wants to be away from her kids.
Right.
They're beautiful souls, and she loves them so much. Oh, please.
Yeah. I mean, at the same time, like, who wants to see how shitty your life is?
Yeah. Well, I would love. Be honest. Yes. Post
We've-
the happy
we've-
pictures of
yeah.
your kids. Life is good. You had a great day with your child at the park. Post a picture.
Right.
You had a great day with a girlfriend. Post a picture.
Yeah.
But then also be honest and say, you know what? Last week was hard. My life is not perfect. I struggled with this. I struggled with that. I have a lot of schoolwork. I have a lot of work. My house is a mess. I have this and that. Be fucking honest. You can have your perfect moments.
Right.
But you can also say, this fucking sucks.
Right, but
This is my messy
you know,
house.
but
my messy room. Like you
Yeah.
in your little video before you cleaned your room. You had this nice, neat, beautiful corner, and it
Yes.
looked great on video.
I will admit
But the
that,
rest
though.
of your
I will admit
room.
that. I will admit that.
But I'm
My
saying,
room was an absolute disaster,
No,
and
I'm
I
not
have.
making fun of
It
your
is.
room.
I understand that, but
Yeah.
I'm trying to make a point. It is very easy to put up a facade of what is actually the
Yes.
truth, but it's a matter of telling that truth and being open and honest about it.
Yes.
And the difference between that and not doing that, because not doing that makes you a shitty person.
Yes. Yeah.
And I mean, on the flip side, if you're honest about
Yeah.
your bullshit
Yeah.
and
And
the
your happy
fun parts,
moments,
right? Exactly.
That's fine.
Make people aware of it.
Yes.
It's perfectly
honest.
that's perfectly fine. You
Life
just have to be
sucks.
honest. I don't think I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but on social media and everything, yeah, I post updates about the podcast, but I also post things that aren't. I mean, I don't necessarily
Well, you're
think
not
that
a
I
big social media poster, which is fine.
right,
That's
which
fine.
I don't. Right, I only post updates.
Right, you only.
I don't
you're not on there
post
every
like,
other day.
hey, me on my morning run,
Yeah.
me with my morning coffee.
My abs are smoking.
Yeah, like
whatever.
I just got done my workout. This is great.
Yeah.
Or I just stepped out of my Bugatti and no,
You
I
just
just
post. You use it for your podcast.
I
right?
use it
And that's
for my
fine.
podcast.
That's fine. That's what you're using it for. Don't you're.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
nothing wrong
not
with
trying
that.
to be a social media
Yeah.
douchebag.
Yeah.
And that's fine if you are. People have to make a living one way or another. If you want to
No,
be,
I
if you
think
want to
that-
be the Jake or Logan Paul of social media and just make money off of being a hype beast or a
No, I think they have to do a real
outrageous.
job, but that's just my
I
two
mean, wouldn't if all you had to do was just do outrageous shit, right? If all you had to do was
You're talking to
just
somebody in
do
their
it,
30s,
I
like,
understand,
yeah, it's
but
a-
like if
Jackass,
as a
I understand people.
Right.
Jackass is the same concept with Jackass before there was, social media was such a wild beast. So yes,
right,
they
exactly,
made
and
millions and millions and millions of dollars.
right,
Running.
do you're
stapling paper to their asses.
you know who the Paul brothers are, right? Jake Paul or Logan Paul.
Jackass.
No,
You don't know
Logan.
Jackass?
I know Jackass. It's
the same
know, but
concept.
I understand it's the same concept, but those there are like they're literally the Jackass of social media, but that's what makes them their living, and I mean it's whatever, it happens.
No, I'm talking about the hype people, douchebags that are like, my life is perfect.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Look at me on the sunset.
Yep.
On my coffee and my.
Mhm.
I think that's annoying.
Yeah, you can't always make your life perfect. Like stuff happens.
It's fake news.
Stuff happens. You can't hide the stuff that just happens.
No, I just think that they're just sad people. That behind the scenes, they're just really, really sad
Yeah.
people.
Social
And
media.
they're trying to,
Yeah,
make
I mean-
a little bit of happiness by lying, and that's,
It's a living. But in any case, don't spread false coronavirus facts.
Don't spread fake news that causes dumbass other people to spread the fake news and then kill somebody because they went and got COVID and gave it to somebody.
The sky is black for real, though. I mean, it is right now.
Right. It is.
It is currently black.
I say
It
green
is.
and blue,
Yeah.
not black. So.
Well, my room is blue. The sky is black.
Get the COVID shot.
COVID shot. Just get it. Just do it.
Be a good human being.
Yes.
At the end of the day.
Just
it's
do
about, It's about being a good human.
Mm-hmm.
You're protecting those that could die.
Pretty much, yeah.
I mean, it's a little jab in your arm, two times.
Right. It's not that hard.
I get my second shot next week.
We'll have to come back for an update after that, just to make sure that you're not dead,
Then I'm not.
or green, or completely covered in
None of
hair,
that will happen, but
or miraculously you've
The-
turned
the
into
best thing
a swan.
The worst thing that will happen is I will be one of the 5% people that I don't develop a response. The best thing that will happen is I will be one of the 95% of people is I will develop an immune response 2 weeks after I get that shot, and I don't have to worry about bringing home the virus to my family.
Now, if because there is still concerns on how long, the longevity of the vaccine. I mean, of course, you have to get any other vaccine. I mean, not any other vaccine, but some
Well,
vaccines you will have to get annually.
Or like the tetanus shot, you only lasts 10 years.
Right.
So if you
right,
go cut
you-
yourself with a rusty nail, or you have kids, because it also protects against the whooping cough.
Right.
They actually recommend that when you have a newborn or before your child is born, those members in your family to go get a tetanus shot to
Right.
help protect your child against whooping cough. It's the same concept because a lot of people don't remember the last time they got a tetanus shot.
I do not.
No. Your dad regularly because he cuts himself on a regular basis, so he's a frequent ER flyer.
Right.
So he's had it in the last
Multiple. Yeah.
yes.
He's had it.
So, but I
it-
got the.
But people are mostly concerned about the fact that it won't last, which I mean I don't think should be the biggest concern because, like we just discussed, I mean the vaccine, the flu shot. If you get the flu shot, you have to get it every year. It's
does
the
not work
same,
from season to season.
right? Exactly, it's the same concept. Whether or not it's going to be another 2-round shot, time will only tell. Whether it is going to be a reoccurring vaccine, time will only tell. We have this because
Get
it's
this
so
first
new.
round done and develop
Right.
herd immunity. Get the slow the virus done. I mean, literally in California and Los Angeles, they're telling ambulance workers to not transport people that they don't believe will survive. So they're actually telling paramedics to leave at home leave behind any people that are too sick to be that they don't think once they get to the hospital that they could be saved.
Yeah.
So they have to,
Is
in
it
that
because
moment,
is it because
leave
they're
the
at
hospital.
capacity?
Yeah, because they're at capacity. So that's a horrible decision to have to put on any human being.
Exactly, and it's a horrible circumstance that you have, right, that you're pushing on people, especially because their job is to
decide if somebody is going to live or die.
right, exactly. And if you're I mean, I don't even, that's mind-boggling. I mean, I get it because like you can't
capacity.
right, you can't put the
But
people
they shouldn't be at capacity.
You're right.
If
you
people
should
would just stay the fuck home or get the vaccine once
Right.
it's rolled out, that wouldn't be an issue.
right.
And that's the
But
scary
they're
part.
at the same time like that. California is one of the worst spots for it, as well as New Jersey.
New Jersey, I don't think we're not that
New
high.
Jersey, not as much, but towards the beginning, it was really bad.
Oh yeah, North Jersey. They had people dead bodies being rolled out into refrigerator trucks because the funeral homes had no room for people. I mean,
Right.
if that doesn't scream how dangerous the virus is, I don't know what does. I mean, I don't know any flu season in my entire life that I've ever seen that happen.
Right. I mean,
'Cause
and
we have
there's been
acquaintances, we're not going to say we have mutual acquaintance
right.
that believes that this is just a bad flu season. I mean,
Right.
seriously, I don't know any flu season in my entire 30 plus years that
I've
has
never-
ever happened.
Right. I've never heard of anybody dying of the flu. I mean, at
that
least
does happen.
yes, of course it happens, and I've heard of it
There are
happening,
bad
but
flu
I've never
seasons, yeah.
I've never I mean, it's not something common enough.
It's not comparable.
Right, it's not the same.
No.
Same, like it's
I
not.
mean, even people like to bring up H1N1, the swine flu. I think you were probably 10 or 11 when it
I remember.
happened.
Yeah.
Um,
Danielle was
and-
actually driving me around when that was
Yeah.
happening.
And they're like, well, 60 million Americans became infected with the swine flu, and nobody did lockdowns or anything like that. Right, but the death rate of the swine flu to COVID, I think it's like like N to 2 versus COVID is N to 49. Like the amount of people that H1N1 killed is not even remotely comparable to the amount of people that COVID. I mean, 330,000 Americans. I mean, H1N1 didn't even come close to that. 60 million Americans became infected, but did not kill people.
Right.
There has never been a epidemic that serious in my lifetime.
I don't think it. I mean, obviously not in mine if it's not in yours. I would not have thought that people in general. I would not have thought that there would be such a distaste for people to just sit still.
Yeah.
Because
Yes,
at least
for people to want to put their life on pause for a tiny blip in their lifetime, to not go on vacation again, mutual acquaintance of ours that have, we're not going to say, but have gone on vacation multiple times, right?
Right.
We know, right?
Yes.
Currently on vacation.
Right.
Right?
And that's the unsafe part.
To not want to put your life on hold for this tiny blip is just unfathomable to me. I mean,
right.
In your entire lifetime, the 1 year of your life that this has been around, not even a year, 10 months.
A few years from now, this blip is going to feel like nothing. It's going to be like, wow, that felt like forever, but it was only a year.
And are those people going to be able to... I know I can look back on this time and know that I did my part to keep, and this household did our part to keep others safe. Right.
As much as we could, yeah.
Right. In 20, 30 years, when you're talking to your grandkids, 20, 30, 40 years, 40, I want to say for you 40. Let's do 40 years.
I'm going to be 68.
Yeah. That's when you should have grandkids.
Or, sorry, 58? Almost 60?
When you're talking to your grandkids about the 2020 pandemic, are you going to be able to say, I did what I needed to do to keep other people safe? I did my part.
Right.
I stayed home.
And that's the morality, I think, of this situation that people have to consider. It's a matter of... It's just a matter of doing your part. And it's like I said before, it's not like out of selfishness. It's not out of trying to inoculate the population to make us like a slave race of Americans.
People are listening to this on their cell phones.
Right. You guys are already slaves to your to social media.
And you've got your Googles
right.
and
but it's just a matter of trying to protect yourself and not even yourself. If you don't want to think of it like that, like it's going to kill you, then get it pumped in your arm because it's going to protect other people. And it's most likely not going to kill you.
Compressed. I mean, again, worked in healthcare. I think for now I've worked in healthcare for, I don't know, 13, 14 years now, by now.
Right.
I never in that time has the hospitals been at capacity.
Right.
Where they have been.
Yeah.
I mean, never. If that doesn't show you, that's not inflated numbers or fake numbers or making shit up. Never have the hospitals, ICUs, been at full capacity. I've seen this literally firsthand, right? So I mean, never. Yeah. Not a bad flu season, H1N1, none of that. SARS, we've never ever had that happen.
Right.
I mean that if that doesn't show you, I don't know what does. Like
I want to know what the factor is that will get everybody on board. Like Now I'm not okay. I want to, before anything goes further, we are not trying to push opinions on anyone. We're not trying to make you do anything, right? Now, this is a conversation for people to come to, and maybe, of course, I would like for you to go, walk away with a different, outlook on something depending on what we're talking about. This one in particular, I would prefer it, but we're not going to force this opinion on you. Of course, if you don't want to get the vaccine and you don't feel safe, then just do your part in every other way that you can to keep the people around you safe. That is what that is what is the end goal. We don't want to spread it anymore. That is what everybody wants. That is end game. That is what everybody wants to happen. Not to make sure that everybody everybody wants to travel again.
Yeah. We want
And
to
be
go
with
to
her family.
I want to go to the grocery store. I want to go to Target.
I know.
want to go to the movies.
I know,
wanna go
but
out to
it's
dinner.
this conversation is not to push opinions. It's to obviously express them because there are two people in the room and we have opinions. We're allowed to do that. It's not to push them on people though. Just to preface. But yeah, I just it's a matter of how you look at it, people. That's all.
Just be good humans.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, it's about being good humans. I mean,
Pretty
like
much.
you said, you made a very excellent point. If you don't want to get the vaccine, clearly nobody's going to force you to get it.
Right.
Do your part to not spread coronavirus, and let those of us that are going to get the vaccine create the herd immunity to stop it.
I think at there was a figure put out a while ago. I think it was even if no one gets the coronavirus vaccine, we will only reach herd immunity by 2022.
Right.
So we have to wait a whole nother year, maybe,
and hope the virus doesn't.
And
it's already
hope-
started to mutate.
Right. It has mutated. It has mutated across the ocean. All right. So
There was actually a case
it's either
in Ohio or somewhere in the United States.
it also hit it also hit the states.
Mm-hmm.
So we are trying to get to the end goal of herd immunity. And I would much rather wait until maybe end of this year, maybe mid of this year, end of this year, for everybody to eventually, like, obviously between the people that don't and do get the vaccine, eventually hit that herd immunity point, you know? And I'm hoping for summertime. I'm hoping for summertime to be the time where it's safe, but at the same time we saw summertime this year and everybody was so careless that the virus ran rapid. And we lost the summer. We lost it. For the people that didn't go out, we obviously didn't get a summer. But the people that did, they were forced to leave. They were forced to go home. And I mean, good job, dumbasses. You ruined it for everybody else.
Right. For this tiny blip in your entire lifetime that you would have to stay home to protect other people.
Right.
This tiny blip. In the grand scheme of your life, this time period will be gone and past.
Right.
And, again, I said it before, look back, and are you going to be able to look back on it and say, like, I did my part. I did what I needed to do to protect other people. Or I said, fuck it, I want to live my life, and I went and potentially spread a deadly virus that could have killed somebody.
Right. It's a matter, yeah, you could just put it on people's consciences like that. I don't think that's the best route, because then you make everybody just feel guilty about themselves.
No,
and most of
everybody feel guilty.
Right, that's
Do your
fine.
part, be a good
you
human.
can do that, but at the same time, like, not everybody's gonna react well to that.
To be asked to be a good human being. That's
No,
a little scary.
just to be asked to do things. It's not very. Nobody likes to be asked to do things that they don't like to do.
So people don't like to be good humans?
No, I'm just saying that some people just don't like to be told what to do, so they don't, and that's.
But in the same concept, they go out and get in their car and put on their seatbelt. They don't drink. If they drink, they don't get behind the wheel of a car.
Mm-hmm.
They don't go rob a store.
Right.
They put on pants to go into a store because the sign on the door says you must no shirt, no shoes, no service.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's
so in every aspect of that's such a BS excuse, because in every
Right.
aspect of everybody's life, you're being told to do something in some way or another.
Yeah. Yeah, no,
At the end of
I
the day,
totally
so-
agree. I totally agree.
So you do all these other
It's
things.
just there's
and
many excuses to why you wouldn't.
excuses.
There's many excuses
Excuses.
right.
Emphasis
There's
on
many
excuses.
excuses to why you wouldn't get the vaccine.
Or stay home if you won't get the vaccine.
Right.
I mean,
So-
there's lots of excuses, but
There's also many solutions to the problem, and you have to pick one eventually.
yeah.
You can't be hard-headed forever, because as long as you're hard-headed, people are still gonna die. At the end of the day, in the reality of this truth that we're living in, at the end of the day, people are still going to die, and the day is still gonna, like, the sun's still gonna come up at the end of the day, and the next day, more people are gonna die. And that's, of course, that's not. It's the internet. It's the internet.
Listen, we can't put any more Wi-Fi router or Wi-Fi extenders in this house.
No, I know, and that's why that's because we're so high up and it's a Wi-Fi extender. That's why it's just not consistent. That's all.
So you can go buy your own Wi-Fi and install it up here.
That's fine. I'm not complaining.
No, I'm not saying you're complaining.
But
I'm saying that's literally the only other solution.
I know it is the only other solution, or a hard line, but that's not happening.
You
That's
have to
all
drill
the
holes in
way.
wall, and
Yeah, that's all the way. That Dad suggested that.
need
I was
my
like,
bathroom done before you.
I
start
know,
drilling any holes
I
in the
know.
wall. So why don't you do that and then you start? I think that's when what's his name was in the basement. That's what he did because we were having the same problem.
Yeah.
He hard lined it in. So
Yeah.
you could do that, but I need my bathroom done.
Yes,
first.
that's
It's been
fine.
18 months.
Yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. But yeah,
So I get my second shot next week.
nice. We're gonna have to bring you back on to get a better update on how you're doing, if your arm fell off or not.
I will probably be dancing to shot, 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 shot.
I would play that on here, but we'd probably get copyrighted.
Can I get? Yeah, I was gonna say, can I get my own song to dance into after I get my?
We're gonna have to go to Marcus for that one. If he wants to make a song, you can, you know, I mean, hit me up, man. But yeah, I think we could do that next week. You said next week. Which
Next week, yeah.
do you know what day?
Monday.
Monday. Oh, so we can bring you back in the next day.
Yeah.
Day after, 24 hours later.
We'll have to see what's going on with my work, but yes.
Yes.
It might have to.
Thursday is fine too.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out, but we'll get
see
you
how
back on.
crazy my work schedule is, or whether your brother decides he's going to go to bed on time.
Yeah.
That's the only way that worked out tonight.
Well, yeah, we saw him come up here already, so I
God
mean,
forbid I wasn't downstairs for him to know that I was just in the next room.
right, yeah.
Toddlers are fun.
Yeah, toddlers are so much
Well,
fun.
he's not a toddler anymore, but.
All right. Well,
All right.
thank you for coming. I don't want to keep you too long because I know.
Because I'm old and I go to bed early. But I also get up early.
Yes.
While everybody else in the house is asleep.
Yeah. But thank you. I appreciate you coming on. Thank you for your wisdom on the COVID vaccine and everything like that, and having a normal conversation, not a
It's all fake news.
a heated debate.
It's all inflated numbers. They
Yeah.
lie. They microchip you.
Yeah.
You want to discuss that?
Yeah. I mean, that's fine. You can tell
Trump
me all about
2020.
it. Trump 2020. But yeah,
He lost, by the way. Just saying.
he did lose, unfortunately. But yes, thank you very much.
Please.
Namaste.
Oh, but no.
That's you can put it wherever you would, just not on the desk.
If I put it right next to your microphone, will it make feedback? Like when you're on Zoom, the microphone's too close and it's like.
I don't know. I don't know if that would
I don't
happen.
think you want to find out the hard way.
I don't want to find out the hard way either. That's fine. Ah!
All right. Peace out.
Thank you. Please close the door behind you when you go down the steps, please.
I'm gonna send your brother up for snuggles.
Oh, thank you. We'll see. You hear that, everybody? We're getting snuggles tonight. Woo!
Hey.
Not from her, from Nate. But yeah. Woo. Could do my idea that I showed you. What was your idea, Chris? Sorry, the chat was behind me over here on our brand new third monitor. Well, not brand new. I've had it. It's my TV. But yeah. Okay. Gosh. It's crazy.